It was a double celebration for the government and people of Nasarawa State as Nigeria celebrates its 61st independence anniversary. The day coincides with the 25th anniversary of the state's creation. There is cause to roll out the drums and celebrate its existence. The Alago, Egan, Migili, Tiv, and Fulani ethnic nationalities, among others, were all fully kitted and at their best. The anniversary proceeded with a parade from paramilitary agencies and the police in the state. Students were also at their best. Governor Abdullahi Sule is conducted round the parade ground by the Commissioner of Police and his aide-de-camp. The Silver Jubilee for the governor is as a result of the sheer resolve and sagacity of the Nasarawa people. The successes of his government would not be possible without the efforts of the founding fathers.
To actually honor our founding fathers, including naming some of our main sites after their name.
The governor assured the people of the state of more infrastructural development in the coming months.
On the rural roads, it is imperative to state that the administration remains resolute in its commitment to open rural areas for enhanced economic activities. In this regard, construction work on Jangwa Ribi, Agwade Shupe Atabula Obi, Shabu Doka Lakio, Kanje Abuni, and Kaguwana, as well as Obi Asake roads are going, and most of them have been completed. In addition, we have also embarked on the rehabilitation and construction of the Gitata Panda Road, Nasarawa Ara Road, Angoro Basa Road, Gudi Moro Road, Kiana Abuni Road. Let me state that all these roads will be completed within the next 8 months, inshallah. We have embarked on the construction of the ultra-modern bus terminal in Karu, owing to the growth potentials that abound in the area and its proximity to the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, as well as the advantage in linking major cities of the northern and the southern parts of the country. Similarly, the construction of the Lafia model bus terminal has reached the completion stage in order to give Lafia the befitting outlook, as well as create opportunities for enhanced revenue for our state.
The administration has also witnessed landmark achievements in the health sector.
Constructed and rehabilitated several primary healthcare centers in the state. I need to reiterate that the global pandemic of COVID-19 has exposed some of our inadequacies, both in the state and the nation, in the area of healthcare at all levels. Therefore, we have now completed the Nasarawa State Infectious Diseases and Diagnostic Center for the treatment of different ailments. As a result of the outbreak of coronavirus in the state, government has also converted the 300-bed IDP hostel in Shabu and upgraded the facility to serve as isolation center in the state. Furthermore, the newly constructed School of Nursing and Midwifery had been furnished and fully equipped. Following certification by the Nursing Council, the School of Nursing and Midwifery have fully moved to their new site and academic activities have fully commenced. We are also finalizing arrangement towards the establishment of the Faculty of Medical Sciences in the Nasarawa State University, KEFI, for the training of manpower of our health institutions. The faculty will come on stream in the next academic section, inshallah.
Education remains key to the agenda of Governor Sule.
In the area of education, we continued with the construction and rehabilitation of classroom blocks, and we equip several primary and secondary schools in the state. We have also formalized the appointment and commenced payment of their own salaries of the 2,250 engaged teachers in the state. Efforts are being made for us to recruit more teachers at all levels.
The governor also intimates the people of the state of his expectations for the forthcoming local government elections.
As you are aware, in the next few days, the Nasarawa State Independent Electoral Commission will be conducting the local government elections in the state. I therefore call on the Commission to justify the confidence reposed in it by ensuring that the conduct of the election is not only free and fair, but credible with global best practices. Similarly, I call on politicians to abide by the electoral rules and regulations for a hitch-free process. I also call on the security agencies to provide adequate security to support and ensure no individual, no matter who the individual is, take advantage of this election to distort the peace that we are enjoying in Nasarawa State.
The anniversary celebration was not only hinged on successes and policies of his administration. A novelty football match was organized between the 1994 Super Eagles team and former players of Nasarawa United Football Club. The likes of Kano Wankwo, Tijani Babangida, Peter Rufai, and Daniel Omokachi were present on the pitch. Governor Sule and his deputy participated actively in the game. A penalty goal was also recorded in his name. The goal was eventually equalized by the opposing team. This is believed to open vista opportunities for aspiring football stars in the States. The anniversary and independence celebration was climaxed with an award and dinner night to deserving sons and daughters of the state. A new emblem was also unveiled for the state.
And by the grace of God, we were able to come up with an identity. Identities actually can be amended. Kaduna State, for instance, recently modified its identity. So this is the first. It is definitely not the last. Therefore, God Almighty, I join my colleagues.
This is Fatima Zakaria, who hails from Kaduna State. She had had to live with ovarian tumor for over 18 years. Fatima's 18 years ordeal finally came to an end after benefiting from a free medical outreach. The outreach is a collaboration between the Nasarawa State Governor and Doctors on the Move Africa. Now, Fatima has been successfully operated and still at the intensive care unit of the Dahatu Aral Specialist Hospital in Lafia.
Ina da yara 6, amma yanzu ina da guda 5. Mai gidana kuma shi ma yana da yara amma ni dai na guda 6 ne na da ni da mai gida ba zai wata na 17 ban shekara 2 ba na fara ciwon ciki a hankali to ina dai ta zuwa asibiti to da ƙarge kawai sai cikin ya fara girma sai ya hana ni sukuni to shi da na zo nan gwamnan nan shi ne ya taimaka min.
Apart from Fatima, over 6,000 patients have been to benefit from the medical outreach program.
Thank you for your support. This gesture will no doubt improve the quality of life, particularly of the less privileged and the indigent members of our own society.
A very strong needs in the sub-Saharan Africa. Number 1, because of ignorance. Number 2, because of poverty. And of course, poor health-seeking behavior.
And I also want to tell you that some of this operation, like the thyroidectomy, myomectomy, will cost a patient over $1 million, up to $4 million sometimes if you go to Abuja. But these services are being rendered for free under the leadership of His Excellency and our Deputy Governor. So we really have to appreciate him for that. Thank you. Today we are, like I said, we're here to render the same services that we have been rendering in other parts of the local government in Lafayette local government. I therefore want to urge everyone who has a medical challenge to please avail yourself here so that you can benefit from these wonderful services that is being rendered over here.
This category of patients have successfully undergone eye surgery. They express their gratitude.
I feel it's normal. The governor has done it well for us. I appreciate the governor for what he has done for us.
This outreach is expected to provide free outpatient drugs, general and gynae operations, cataract operations, ultrasound scan, lab tests, and free reading glasses. Godwin Agwam, TVC News, Lafayette. It's few days away from the local government polls slated for the 6th of October in Nasarawa State. Local government polls across the country are usually marred by voters' apathy and irregularities. The European Union is aware of this anomaly and wants a difference in Nasarawa State. It is on the basis of this that the international body, through its Center for Electoral Support, is organizing this training for the state electoral umpire, women, youths, and persons living with disabilities. This is geared towards enhancing their capacity and striking an understanding to achieve a hitch-free election.
Today's meeting is dedicated to enhancing the inclusivity of the electoral process. Indeed, democracy better delivers when elections are inclusive. Inclusivity guarantees that all people have the possibility to make their voices heard, and this is even more important for those populations who experience marginalization.
The electoral umpire assures that it would work within the ambit of the law to be fair and just to all parties.
As a responsible commission, ever prepared to meet above questions likely to be raised by observers on elections day, the commission has carefully selected a number of activities, including the training of both NASEC and women, youth, and persons with disabilities, which is being handled today by ECES, a competent electoral resource agency.
The participants on their part are ready to support the electoral umpire to achieve its mandate.
We have no cause than to support any organ of government, and in this case, the Independent Electoral Commission, to have a free, fair, and successful election.
And so we want you men to give us the chance so that when we come out, though we don't have money, you allow us so that we can do it. Let's have that position and you have a change.
So the electoral processes sometimes make it very difficult for a person living with disability to be assessed to go there to cast a vote. You have to sign that place to be accessible to them so that they can go out there to cast out their vote.
An avenue was also created for journalists in the state to interface with the electoral umpire. The center believes this would ensure a smooth information dissemination before, during and after the polls. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Farouk Yahaya, has paid an official visit to troops of the 4 Special Forces, Doma, in Nasarawa State to boost their morale to work. The visit is also aimed at interacting with officers of the command and take cognizance of areas that require special interventions.
1, 2, 3, 9, 7, 3, 1, 2, 3.
The Army Chief, during the visit, also inaugurated a new medical clinic constructed by the command.
Doma, the capital of the location of 4 Special Forces Command, as part of my maiden operations visit to Army formations and units under command. Our assumption of command at your Army staff is only usual to go around the troops and see them firsthand, interact with them, appreciate the job they are doing, give some guidance and direction, and see firsthand also areas of intervention and support, and also to address the troops for them to hear from the Chief of Army Staff directly. And that's what brought me here. I was just coming from 3 divisions, and I have been to other divisions. 4 Special Forces Command being Special Forces outfit for Nigerian Army is also critical in our operations, and that's what prompted me to also visit them this time.
Welcome to our interview segment. Today we have with us the chairman of the Nasarawa State Internal Revenue Service, Mr. Yakubu Ahmed. Of course, Chairman, let me start by saying happy independence to you and to the people of Nasarawa State.
Thank you very
especially much. Now that Nasarawa State is celebrating 25 years of its existence.
Thank you very much.
Yes, you see, we cannot talk about Nasarawa State celebrating 25 years anniversary and of course Nigeria at 61 without looking at the economy of the state vis-a-vis revenue generation. Please help us better understand where Nasarawa State is coming from in terms of revenue generation and where it is now at the moment.
Well, thank you very much, and once again I also like to wish you happy independence and good afternoon to you. Just like you said, Nasarawa State is one of the earliest states that was created by the former head of state, General Sani Abacha, on the 1st of October 1996. And after the creation of Nasarawa State, it was when the state was created. There was not any fund that was given for one of the conditions for creation of states, because they said a take-off fund was not going to be given. So the states had to fend for themselves through the internal generated revenue as well as what they get from the federation account. So Nasarawa State found itself in kind of a cul-de-sac. But as God will have it, through the years, Nasarawa State has been able to harness the resources in the state, and for those years, well, revenues were being generated, but not adequately. But due to the coming of democracy, things have changed, and the scope of the state economically has also widened. So the state has been able to expand economically through that, and there's been some progress made.
All right, can you please place a figure to some of these things? Where are we presently in terms of revenue generation?
Okay, let me give you kind of a breakdown in the last 10 years and preceding years. Well, within the last 10 years, Nasarawa State has been generating from the years, the early years from, let's say, from 2011 to date. What was being generated from 2011, I think, to 2016 or so. It was quite not a huge amount of money that was being generated annually. It was about 3.4, 3.5, 3.6 billion annually. Then coming to the years, it moved to 4 billion. Then in I think about 2017 and 2018, it moved to 6 billion. We came into office in 2018 and we met it that year that we came into office, we did 7 billion. In 2019, we did 10 billion. and in 2020 we did 12 billion. So you can see the increase. It has been a tremendous increase annually from when we came into office. So, but for now, honestly, we have made some progress.
So where are we at the moment? What figure are we at the moment?
Well, right now, as we speak, for the half-year result that we have done is from January to July, it was 8.9 billion. And number to September now, we are now hitting about 9.8 billion, that's almost 10 billion for us for the month of August. We have not declared September yet, but we've made progress. So as at August, we've made almost 10 billion.
That's quite impressive. All right, let's look at the revenue harmonization law that was passed into law by the State House of Assembly and also signed by Governor Abdullahi Sule. Tell us, because not too many people understand what this entails. Can you throw more light on this? What does this revenue harmonization law really entail?
Well, you see, the essence of that law is because we've had complaints around the state and the local government of multiplicity of taxes. The taxpayers were complaining that they usually receive demand notices from different MDAs and local governments, and they receive several. So we saw that there was need to harmonize so that we will have a single demand notice that will be served on taxpayers, in that which will serve both for states and local government with revenue items, year of assessment, and so on and so forth. So that was the essence of harmonizing the law. So we decided to harmonize the law both for state and local government and all the MDAs. So now when you are serving a taxpayer, you serve a single assessment notice that will carry all the revenue heads for both the state and local government and say, this is your assessment, this is what you're supposed to pay, instead of different ministries taking different assessment notices to the taxpayer, single taxpayer. So that's the essence of harmonizing the law, so that we will now try and see how we can move away from multiplicity of taxes, because there was a lot of complaint of multiple taxation, and that was why with the essence of the law. So we decided to do so. And secondly, again, after the law was put, so the issue of assessment and collection has now put under a single roof. So it's now the responsibility of the Board of Internal Revenue, both for assessment, collection, and enforcement and compliance. So the Board of Internal Revenue now oversees collection of revenues for all the MDAs and the local government as well.
How much success would you say you have achieved in terms of this new law being implemented?
Absolutely, that's why I told you that we made about 10 billion now in almost half year of the year. This is because of the harmonized law.
Okay, finally, before we go, where do you see Nasarawa State revenue in the coming years?
Well, Nasarawa State, just like this, has so much opportunities. It's boundless, it's limitless. Our proximity with the FCT gives us so much opportunities that we are now looking at and seeing how we can improve our revenue. But I assure you, within the shortest period of time, Nasarawa State is going to be amongst the first 10 in this country. That I assure you, within the shortest period of time, because we have put in place so many things that will now move us amongst our peers in the state, because so many neglect has been done before. But as it is now, we have now covered those things and blocked leakages, and now we're moving forward.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ahmed Yakubu, Chairman of the Nasarawa State Internal Revenue Service. We appreciate you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You're most welcome.
Thank you.